this moon, the original thought behind this wolf moon was that it was the wolves were hungry, and so that they were crying for food because it's cold and hibernation and just not much food. But it's in the belief system via Farmer's Almanac anyway, is that it's really the howling was to bring all of their. I wrote this in the little newsletter blurb yesterday, that it was really to bring all of their other wolves together to keep warm and to come back to tribe, if you will. And so I really related to that personally, and maybe you will too, as far as us howling at certainly Martin Luther King Day. What an impeccable timing, right? For bringing everyone together. But also more, if we bring it in home, is there anyone within your family, anyone within your own personal tribe that you need to howl at to bring them back in, whether it's just to bring them back into your heart if there's been any discord, or bring them back home in some other way, maybe to invite them to find their way, or just to feel that love and connection, whether they are still here on the planet with us or if they have passed over. So we can think of this as ancestral and those ripples, or in this current already in the alive state. So may we think of those and howl at them. This morning I went for a little jog, and literally was howling down the beach, and it just felt so good, even from a physiological standpoint, of just stretching all of these platysma. So I invite you to really play with that and explore it, and whether we do it today in today's practice, or I hope you will, because I'm going to invite us to um, find some time to howl at the moon. It will be, the day before and the day after, we still feel that deep resonance. So maybe you all got good sleep last night. I didn't, because moon energy is like, stay awake. All right. All right, let us begin. We're going to start by on your knees with your toes curled under, and I'm going to mute us all now. Okay, and here we are. Great. So we're going to start on our knees. Now, those at SIA, you don't know this, but I'm going to share with you that I'm looking in this direction because I see you on a big screen over here. So when you see me looking over here, I'm actually seeing all of you, so that I can stay connected in that way, instead of like squinting and having to look at the small screen. So we're going to come onto our knees with the toes curled under. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and move into eagle arm. So we'll wrap the left arm over the right arm, and go ahead and try to align your arms the best you can right now. We're going to move in and out of this alignment, but right now just feeling those rhomboids start to stretch apart and the traps, feeling a little tension between your hands, little isometrics there. And dropping in already into your breath. So we'll lift the tip edge of the tongue just up to the roof of the mouth behind your top teeth. And start to draw in the inhalation. And as yogis, we know the most important part of this is the exhalation. We're stretching the feet out right now, getting the bones or the toes active and mobile. And now just rub your arms up and then drop the elbows down toward the chest. So we start moving into the lymphatics of the chest tissue, and really deep stretch around the neck muscles and upper shoulder muscles. And then inhale up, about 6 inches up or as high as you can go, and then back down. And just find that flow with your breathing. So we'll inhale up and then exhale down. Letting in Margaret, inhale up and exhale down. About 4 more. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. 2 more at your own pace. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale up and exhale down. Release your arms all the way around and behind you. Interlace your fingers back behind your body. Hi, Margaret. Inhale and pull your arms way back, way back, way back. Your hands are interlaced. We're letting in Ann and Jane. Margaret's joined us. Pull the arms back, really still stretching your toes. Squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Rhomboids hugging here. Inhale, drive the pinky fingers up a little bit more, stretching the pectoralis muscles, those chest muscles, breast tissue. And then exhale and release. Good. Go ahead and find downward facing dog and just stretch out your downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, bend one knee and then the next. Anna, Jane, and Margaret, we were just talking about this moon and howling at this moon, finding that energy where we can really draw in, like the wolves from this wolf moon are drawing in their tribal wolves. We're bringing in our ancestral family members or those that are close to us, calling them into our heart more. Maybe there's a forgiveness story there. Maybe there's just really feeling like we need to be linked to that thread, to that fabric of family or tribe. And one more time, just shifting knees left and right before we go to the other side of the arms. Feeling the hips open, and then the lower back down and onto your knees. So we go back into the feet. We're going to keep the toes curled under. Keeping the toes curled under. Here's Janet. Hi, Janet. So now the right arm's going to come on top. So we just did the left arm for those of you just joining us. Toes are going to stay curled under, and we're just brushing upward with the fingertips and then down. Linking the breath. Inhale up and exhale down. And inhale up and exhale. Really try to relax the shoulders when the elbows come down. Inhale up, because when they come up, you're feeling that sense of tension. And just as a reminder for those of you coming in, I'm looking away from the computer, but I can see you on a big screen. Inhale up. I just want you to know that I'm connected and I'm with you 100% of the way. 3 more. We want to get a little tired in those shoulders right now. Up and exhale down. So one of the requests that came in was to release the neck, but in order to release the neck, we also have to release all of those muscles and attachments around the neck, right? Which are the shoulders, the upper back, the frontal pecs. Inhale up and exhale down. Really create that isometric set, pushing into the palms. Last one. And exhale down. And if this is hurting your feet, I'm just going to say good. All right. Interlace your fingers, opposite finger on top now. So hug the shoulder blades toward each other. Really squeeze the traps toward each other. Inhale, open the chest. 3. Pull the nape of the neck backwards so the chest can open. Otherwise, we kind of try to pull the head, pull the head forward, and that just closes the pecs. But try to really pull nape of the neck back, pulling your head backward, your face a little more open, and the jaw opens there too. And then exhale and release. Downward facing dog again. So hands down, curl the toes under, down dog. And again, now this time your down dog might be a little bit more wide from hands to feet. And see if you can get into the sides of those hips. We're just kind of pedaling out the knees right now. Staying in touch with your breath. See if you can let the facial muscles go. When we howl at the moon, we feel safe and free in our face. We're not concerned. We're trusting. And 2 more. Just really letting, like for instance, if you're bending your right knee, really letting your body pull to the left. And opposite. Great, and then lower down and all the way down and onto your knees. And we're going to do this 3 times. Go ahead and raise your left arm. Raise your left arm from all fours. And then tuck and thread your left arm under and through. So remember, we're going to do this 3 times. You can go at a faster pace or slower pace. Inhale, really perch up. Push the left arm down. Look up. And then inhale and come right back up and out of it. Slow and easy though, steady it is, so that we're being mindful of the lower back. And then exhale, tuck under. Perch up on the fingers, really move into that deep spinal twist. You might feel a lower right back released. I just did. Ooh, I just said it and it happened. Inhale, left arm up. Face looks up to the left. And then exhale, tuck it under. Good. And then inhale one more time, raise it up. Hold it here. 3, really push down through the finger pads instead of the wrist of the hand. Looking upward, you can feel that left palm try to push up against the air. That's the palm, not the back of the knuckles, but the palm pushes back toward and into the air so that shoulder stays in place. And then exhale, come down and onto your elbows this time. Interlace your fingers, curl the toes under, and now push up into dolphin pose for 5 breaths. 5. And try to build a little bit of heat now into the back of the calves and the hamstrings. And just a sense of warmth in there. Inviting those back, lower and upper leg muscles to elongate with the warmth and the stretch, with that newfound elasticity. Two, drive up with your sitting bones a little bit more, pushing forearms down, shoulders are broad. We're not going to go right into the other side. Instead, we're going to walk the feet back and come into a plank-like position and hold it here for 1 breath, 1 breath, 1 long, deep breath. No clenching in your knuckles. And then exhale, lower the knees and come on down into Sphinx pose, please. So drop the pelvis downward, uncork the hands, maybe even uncork your elbows a little forward, and you're in Sphinx pose. Inhale and raise up through the sternum and then the chin. So we're not cranking on the neck. Instead, the sternum lifts in order to elevate the chin up out of the chest. 3. Bringing lordosis back into that lumbar curve of the back. 2. And 1. Stay where you are, but those of you that already know it, we're going to take the left arm out to the side. The elbow's going to stay bent and come up onto your right fingertips. We're going to plop that left elbow over to the left as you roll over onto your left side. Now remember, elbow and shoulder are in one line. So you might want to look at it and say, okay, yep, it's not tucked down by the side ribs or up high. Elbow is out to the side of the shoulder, and then relax the head here. 5 long, deep breaths. Try to roll over so much that your right hip stacks over your left, but if not, that's okay. Your right hand is guiding you over there. 5. Breathe into that left pectoralis muscle. If your fingers go numb a little bit, then just roll down a bit. Let your head completely go. Your inhalation is inflating you, kind of calling you a little closer to the floor. And your exhalation is deepening you into that inner left chest muscular area. And last deep breath here. Exhale and slowly begin to roll down, roll down, roll down, slow and steady. And inhale, come back into your Sphinx pose. From your Sphinx pose here, we're going to straighten the left arm and look over your left shoulder. So just the left arm is straight, the hands remain parallel to one another, and look over your left shoulder. Inhale, look over left. 3. Getting long through right side neck. 2. 1. And lower the elbow down to the ground. And now right hand stays rooted. Raise your right elbow up. Drop the head of the arm bone into the body and look to the right. Stretching left side of the neck in the opposite direction. 3. Can you bring a little bit more heaviness, a little more weight down and into your right pelvis? Even in these sattvic moments, lower your elbows down. Inhale, raise both legs, raise both arms, and just look at the floor. So both legs, both arms are elevated for 3. 2. Raise both legs a little bit more. No bend in your knees at all. Hands down, a little bit more under you, a little bit, and then push back into a semi-child's pose. So just a little bit of a child's pose, just to stretch the sitting bones away from the shoulders, and then pump it forward. Modified plank or little cobra for those of you who can bend your elbows and let the pelvis dip down. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Find a wave with your body now. Exhale. Moving all of that energy that you just opened up in the upper body. We're just going to pump it from the hips to the head. About 3 more. That's it, y'all. Inhale. Howling at the moon. Bringing those loved ones or those dear ones in. 2 more. I don't know about you, but I can feel my lower back saying plunk, plunk, plunk. Right? And then exhale, child's pose. Let your arms come around and by your sides. Relax your forehead. Everything goes here. Heaviness. I want your upper body right now to feel really heavy. As you're dumping all of your weight into your thighs. Knees are stretching out here. Tops of feet are stretching. Head, forehead relaxing. Give yourself a little rock on your forehead, left to right, to massage out that furrowing of the brow. To massage in that I know what's up. I know what's going on here. I'm insightful, I'm intuitive, and I will honor and treasure that. And reach the arms back out in front of you. Inhale and come into your tabletop. Give yourself a couple cat cows, which was similar to already those planks to those modified planks to child's pose, but just kind of roll it out here in a few cat cows. When we cow lift, we bend the elbows and dip the chest down like we're looking underneath the bed. And about 2 more. I think in the beginning of our practice, we really can't do enough of these to get the spine ready, nice and aligned, all of the organs warmed up. Last one, inhale. When you're exhaling, hearing that grunt through the back of your throat, inhale and raise your right arm. Just pause for a moment in space. And then remember, we're doing 3 of these, so you can go fast or slow, okay? Now tuck the right arm under and through. Really perch onto the left fingers. Feel the left hip move away. Any magic that down there and back there that you can bring in. And then ground the left hand when you're ready. Raise it up. And then exhale and tuck it in and through. Calling in oneness and unity. From your own inhale, raising your right arm from your own line of DNA, all the way out, all beings that have pulse of life. All right, inhale up. Hold it and pause here. 3. Push the palm into the air so that you can feel the chest opening for you here. And exhale, lower the right hand down. Come all the way down onto your elbows. Same thing, interlace your fingers and lift the hips up. Maybe that stretch gets a little longer through the back of the legs as you start to elevate your knees up into your thighs so the quads turn on. Pada Bandha now, big toe, baby toe rooted, middle toes up. Shoulders broad, wide, and strong. 3, face relaxed. 2, this is a time where we tend to want to drop into those frontal ribs in the front body. See if you can bring some energy more into the lower ribs in the back body. We're feeling those shoulders really working for us. We need them. Good, and then walk the feet back and into a plank. Hold it for one full breath. Pubis is up, low ribs are in, core is on. Hold it, breath. Hold it and breathe. Hold it and breath. All right, exhale, knees down, lower down, Sphinx pose again. So uncork your elbows. This time as you press down through your palms, what would it feel like? And this may not be for you right now, but what would it feel like if you elevate your elbows up off the ground and you just kind of look downward a little bit? Still pulling all the while with the nape of the neck back. 3, shoulders out of the ears. 2, nice. And then lower your elbows down. This time the right elbow comes out to the side. Remember that elbow's not down and it's not up. It's out to the side. We plop it even further out to the right as you roll onto your inner right pec muscle. Relax the head. Prop your left fingertips in front of your chest and breathe. We'll start those 5 breaths about right now. Remember, your exhalation is extremely important. If you don't exhale, the body doesn't know to take an inhalation in. We really want to move that carbon dioxide out of the body. Reoxygenate every single time. Fully, deeply. Head down, breathe. We even breathe on our exhalation a little longer. We tack on about 2 extra counts than when we inhale. So if you're inhaling for a count of 5, you want to find that you're exhaling for about a count of 7. It causes the body to thirst for more oxygen on the next intake. Go ahead and slowly lower down. And release both elbows underneath your shoulders again. And this time the right palm pushes down, the right pelvis stays down, and we turn to the right. Look right. 3, 2, really turn the face a little bit more like you're trying to look over at your left heel. And exhale, lower. Can't you feel it's already like nice in there, right? And left elbow lifts. It feels different than the time before. Look over the left. So left elbow, hands are parallel, left elbow's up, looking leftward. Trying to look now at your right heel. And as part of our yoga practice, it's really important that we're using our eyes to take those gazes, to kind of strain the eyes a little bit. Come on down. This time, as you raise your legs, extend your arms out in front of you, raise your left arm, right leg, and you're going to just look at your thumbs or even look down at your sticky mat and switch. So we're just swimming in place. Now, as you raise a leg, internally rotate that leg and switch. Find your breathing. Match the pattern of your breathing with your movement in some wild way. Massaging the vocal cords, activating that vagus nerve all the way down into your belly with your breathing, with that exhalation here as we're beginning our practice. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finishing right arm, left leg, hands underneath you. Push up, press up, child's pose. So now you have that option from your child's pose to either find down dog and pulse from plank to down dog, or to stay in child's pose and pulse from child's pose to modified plank. Here we go. Inhale. Remember, whenever we come forward, if you're going to drop the pelvis down, we're going to bend the elbows a little. And exhale. So you're either in down dog to plank, pulsing, or we're in child's pose to modified plank, maybe even a cobra there. If you're going into that modified cobra, then make sure that the lower abdomen is engaged. That just means the pubic bone is pulling upward, the low ribs are moving downward. 3, Speed it up a little bit more, y'all. There's the heat. 2 and 1. Exhale and release. Curl the toes under again. Oh my gosh, she said side body, not feet, right? Grab a hold of your shoulders with your hands. And now just start to circulate the elbows 10 times. Really heating up the shoulders. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands onto your waist. Inhale and pop up. Pop up. Lift the fingertips down toward your tailbone. Broaden your knees a little bit wider so that as we tuck down and through right now, we're going to allow the tailbone to have space to move between the knees. So start to lean back, lean back, lean back. The toes are still curled under and start to find Ustrasana, camel pose. 5, 4, pelvis is pushing forward as your sternum is leading upward, and eventually the head backward. 3, now that whisper of the exhalation's taking on. 2, hugging shoulder blades immensely back there. 1, exhale and slowly find your way. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot stays, left leg elevates. Shoulders are broad, of course. We know that. 3, spread your toes of the upward leg. Broaden your shoulders, maybe even a micro bend in your elbows. 2, long right leg. Ooh, it said, I thought you were just warming me up, but here it is, all full on elasticity. Left foot's going to step between both of your hands for warrior 2. Pivot the heel down. I loved this reference that someone made the other day. In all the years I've been teaching, I've never said it because I've never thought it. Inhale, straighten your left leg, arms over your head. Exhale, sink down. Let the arms come downward, drip down towards your thighs and even behind your body. So the rhomboids are working, triceps are working. Inhale up. She said, not 90 degrees, but half of 90 at 45. We're not doing that in Warrior 2. We're really more in a 60-degree angle. Exhale down. But in Warrior 1, that foot wants to go half of 90. I just loved that. I don't know why. I've never thought of it before. Probably because I'm not great at math, but arms up, exhale down. 3 more. Pull the pubic bone up toward the navel so the core is active. It's actually feeling an immense amount of this prana you're bringing in and pushing out. Exhale down and left elbow comes onto your left thigh. Sweep the right arm up and over your head. Side angle. Can you come to Gyan Mudra and feel that howling? Even give it to yourself. You're on mute. Hang with the head facing upward if you can. Fingertips are pulling away from the back heel. 3, pull your tailbone down toward your right foot. 2, 1, sweep the right arm all the way back behind you again. Straighten your left leg as you come back up. Interlace your fingers behind your body. Hold here for a moment. Left leg says, thank you. Bend your left knee and now pour your torso inside of your left thigh, arms up and over the back of your head. 3, 2, sink a little bit deeper, left knee, and then release the arms. Everything comes down. Left leg goes up, down dog splits. Up it goes. 3, broad shoulders, slightly bent in your elbows. 2, 1. Left knee's going to come onto the floor, but not your right. Just left knee down onto the floor. Walk the left hand out and over a little bit to the left. Inhale, side angle here to the right again. This time as your right arm is going to first go upward, straight up. With that right foot, it's not forward. If anything, it's behind your left foot. 3, 2, pubis is up, low ribs are down. Right hand's going to come around the back of your nape of the neck. Inhale, raise the right leg, hold it here, flex the foot. Exhale, and then squeeze everything in. Pull your right elbow to your right knee. Inhale apart. 5, 4, Notice that left hip wants to kind of dip back. Can you not let it dip so far back that you're just hanging out in the bones of your hip, but instead you're really hugging the muscles around the bones of your left hip. 2 more. Exhale. Exhale and release everything down. Downward facing dog and hold here, right leg up. Point the toes right now. 3. Your elbows are pulling backward, not outward. 2. Feeling those shakes, being with them, knowing that you're toning your nervous system. Right footsteps between both hands, warrior 2. Pivot the heel down to 60 degrees. I know I made that a little confusing talking about the 45 degrees. Inhale, arms up over your head. Exhale and down. Let the arms come all the way back and behind you. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale up. Exhale. Come down. Right forearm onto your thigh. Left arm's going to sweep in front and over your earlobe. Hug the shoulder down and into your body. Squat down through your right knee and breathe. Pull your face up towards your underarm or left bicep anyway and howl. Breathe. Tailbone's moving down into your back left foot. Janet, would you mind muting yourself, please?
Oh,
there you go.
Sorry.
That's okay.
I thought I was trying to do my headphones. I'm not sure.
Inhale and come all the way back up. Straighten out your right leg. It's no problem. Interlace your fingers behind your body. I had just pre-muted us ahead of time. All right, and now we're going to lunge back into your right knee, arms over the back of your head and breathe. Arms over the back, squat into the right knee and breathe. Stabilize your left leg. It wants to kind of go weak right now, but stabilize it by sucking, lifting the knee up into the thigh. Squat a little bit more, a little more, a little more, a little more, and release. Both hands down, right leg up, down dog splits. Anything you want to do with that foot, maybe it wants to flex now just to get longer from heel to sitting bone. And right knee down and onto the floor. Remember, we're side angle here. First, as you come upward, we're taking the tailbone. We're being mindful what's happening in the sacral body. Inhale and raise your left arm. Does your right hand need to move off a little bit to bipod yourself? 3, broaden from collarbone to collarbone. If anything, the left foot's moving behind your right. And grab a hold of the nape of the neck. Remember, your right hand might need to move outward. Don't overflex the wrist. Raise your left leg up, up, up. Flex everything here within your left leg. That's it. And then exhale, hug it in. Pull it apart, hug it. You're dancing, right, Sherry Kay? Hugging. Our practice is a dance, hugging. 2 more. Last one. And release. Everything downward. Left arm lifts, left arm lifts. Tuck it under and through. You were looking for that. Why are we not sticking around? Here you are, sticking around now. 3, 2. 1 more deep breath. 1. And tabletop down dog, just to bring your right leg through for pigeon pose. Pigeon pose up on your fingertips for 5. Right hip moves back, left pelvic bone moves forward. 4. Long line of energy in your body. Breathe through that long line of energy through your body. Howl. Oh. Feel what I was talking about, those platysma, those SEM muscles, all of those scalene stretching. Exhale and come on down. Exhale and come down. Pull the low ribs in as you come down. Relax the head as you come down. Your people are with you. Your planet is with you. Your plants and animals are with you. You're one with them again. Release into it a little bit more. 5 more deep breaths. Slow, long, deep breaths. A little more weight into your left pelvis and less weight into your right hip. It's going to open your right hip more. Two more of your longest, deepest, most intimate breaths here. Calling in that big moon energy. We'll take another breath as we slowly start to elevate. You're just going to take your time, maybe even moving a little more leftward to get in deeper into those hip muscles and those gluteal muscles. Just slowly creep your way up. Or as you come up, we're going to shift the weight into your right hip and swing the left leg around. Left leg's going to swing around. So we're going to come find ourselves in Matsyasana here. Okay. And then grab a hold of your left leg with your right arm and slowly find your twist. Moving and turning your body to the left. So here we're going to link the breathing with the movement of the neck. So exhale all of your air here as you turn the face leftward. And then inhale, pull the face over your right shoulder. Stay here and exhale. Stay here and inhale, because I kind of messed up on the breathing pattern. Inhale. Exhale and turn the face to the left. Stay here. Inhale. Exhale, turn the face to the right. So what you're noticing here is there's a long pause in between your exhalation and your inhalation. Inhale here. Exhale the face to the left. Far to the left. Stay here, last one. And exhale, turn the face to the right. Good. Exhale, and as you release your arms, start to turn your body. So all of your weight moves down and through your right leg. Turn to your right. Maybe you want to come down onto your elbow. Maybe you're feeling like, oh yeah, that's something good right there within your right waistline. Hang in. 5. 4. Intensify this twist by just with the mind's eye going down into the lower lumbar toward the spine and those erector muscles. But again, if you're feeling like, oh, I want to kerplop my energy, then feel free to do that too. Or if it's just too much pressure in your hands. Two more deep breaths. Twist into it a little bit more, a little bit more. And as you come out of it, we're going to land on our elbows face up. So supine, inhale, come out of it and lie down on your elbows, supine, meaning face up, both feet down onto the floor. Scoot your buttocks forward a little bit, hug your shoulder blades together, and then raise both legs just the best you can without straining your lumbar spine, okay? Lower your left leg, keep the chest and face upright, and then just switch. 10. Switch, switch, pumping the legs, moving the lymph in down and through your legs as you're activating these lower rectus abdominal muscles. 5, chest is up. 4, feeling that burn down in the lower belly. 3, 2, and 1. Both feet down and onto the ground. Stretch your legs forward. Grab a hold of your thighs and find Matsyasana fish pose. Oh, I said Matsyasana earlier. What I meant Matsyendrasana with with the twist. But now you're in the other fish form, pointing your toes, sternum is up, and breathe. The story is that Matsyendra, one of the disciples of Krishna, as Krishna was telling the story of life, that Matsyendra came up and out of the sea onto the shore and said, "Oh, I want to hear this." And so first he went into the twisting shape, and he couldn't quite hear. He could only hear out of one side of his body, one side of the ear. And so he went into fish so that he could see and hear out of both ears. So may we be able to do that, see and hear out of both ears, see and feel and understand out of both eyes, out of both the left and right side of the brain, out of each aspect of ourself, lower and higher. All right, lift the face, look in, hold it here. You're hovering off the ground. And now tap the floor. So your torso is about 6 inches or 8 inches off the floor. You're just tapping here. 20. Turn your face on bright. Lower down just a little bit more. Hover, hover, hover. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and come all the way up. Woo. Find your downward facing dog. So that's still in a closed position. We're going to have to open it up, right? So inhaling into down dog and into plank. So we just find those planks, still working on the core, down dog to plank. 4 more. Still in the heating journey. Still in the stretching of elasticity journey. 3 more. We'll stretch out the abdomen here in just a moment, I promise, I promise. And last one more to plank, one more to down dog. And then as you come through plank, find your way down, whether it's knees down or lowering down through Chaturanga Dandasana to the floor. All right, interlace your fingers behind you. Stretch out your wrist in an opposite way. So don't squeeze the heels of the hands together. Instead, let the knuckles join, create traction, and then traction out the wrist in the opposite way that we use them. Lift the chest a little bit more. And then lower the chest down, release the hands, grab a hold of one foot and then the other foot, walk your thighs back, legs back, knees back, and then squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift everything up for 3. Hug the inner thighs toward each other, hug the shoulder blades. Your face is just right now looking forward. 2. Exhale and release. Release your arms, your thighs, your left cheek of the face on the floor. 3. Dump your energy right now into your heart. Let your heart be coddled, nurtured, held by the floor. Let your hips unravel, unwind, and go. And then bring the legs toward each other again. Grab a hold of your feet again. This time we're going up for 5. Raise everything up. Now maybe your chin elevates up a little bit more toward each other. Use your feet to pull your arms long and to stretch out your wrists and fingers even more. At the same time, your hands are helping to pull your quadriceps long. And the pose in general is stretching out the abdominals. Bringing heat and strength into the lower back, middle back, upper back. 2 more deep breaths. Drive it up a little bit higher. We are in class together, so there's no slacking off, Go where it's intense. Right there, right there, right there. And release. Right cheek on the floor. Release. 5. How does it feel to really just dump the energy, to really let the energy hang in, hang down? To feel the support of the sun and the moon, of the light and the dark, of your ancestors and all of those that have helped your ancestors along and have helped you along, those you don't even know or realize. Last one, grab a hold of your feet from behind. We'll just go up for 5 again. Inhale, elevate, 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 squeeze your thighs. The more we do it, the better we get at it, right? It's just like what we felt on that one side we hadn't even done. It was just easier. It's the same thing in this pose. It gets easier. We can feel like, there's the benefit. 2. Up a little bit higher. Try to create a teardrop with your feet and your hands. And release. This time, slowly take it back and into child's pose. Hips move back. Knees are a little wider than before. Relax your forehead and rock it side to side if you wish. It really helps to rock that forehead side to side and to massage out the forehead. Oh, it really helps with those facial muscles and with just that remembrance. But then bring it into center. Nothing is moving right now but your breath. Okay, and then find your way into tabletop. Downward facing dog. And this time we'll raise the left leg straight up. And then left knee is gonna come actually come down onto all fours, and you'll raise your right arm. Tuck and then tuck under and through. Tuck under and through. Here are your 3 breaths here. 3. Pulling that left hip back and away. 2. Really delve deep, 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 deep. As you're aligned in your body and you move through these poses, you are going to hear bones move. There's nothing wrong with you. If you're not experiencing that, then maybe you're not really engaging around the musculoskeletal body. Inhale and come into center, or you're just pretty darn perfect. Downward facing dog, which you are. So what are we even talking about? Left leg up now, and now left leg comes in and through. Pigeon pose. You are perfect just the way that you are. Isn't that great to know? Inhale and come up. 5. Start to howl if you want. Maybe these 4 breaths are really about you elevating and those lips have to go up to the moon. Come on in, family. Come on in, friends. Those that have been hurt, those whose hearts are lost, my heart or your heart that's lost, just bring it back together with that howl. Come on home. Let's come together. A lot of empathy to do this. All right, exhale and come on down. One elbow, the other elbow. Remember, your weight is not shifted to the left. Please just try to pour your weight a little bit more rightward into your pelvic bone. Unless there's too much on your knee, always remember to flex that foot that's bent, the knee that's bent, flex that foot to protect your knee. Slow your breathing down, start to dump in a little bit more. We'll start 5 breaths here. Is it anything stodgy in your body? Can you lengthen yourself out a little bit more and let the prana flow into those areas, spaces, creases, crevices, whatever it is? Can you expand yourself to enter into a new zone in your body? Two more of your longest, deepest, most lovingly breaths. Forehead is relaxed, facial muscles and all the flesh of your face just hanging down. It's in a stressed face that goes inhale and come up. Slow and easy, slow and easy, slow and easy, and lean into your left hip. Right leg's going to sweep all the way around into Matsyendrasana. Grab a hold of your right leg with your left arm and start to twist your body to the right. Just feel that twist, trying to hear the story of life here. That story I shared of Matsyendra, trying to listen to the story of Krishna or Vishnu. Can't remember which that it was. May have been Vishnu sharing the story. And now exhale all of your air here. Stay here and inhale. And as you exhale, just turn your face, your chin over your left shoulder. Stay here, inhale. And exhale, just the face over your right. Try not to grip so tightly with your left arm. Stay here, inhale. That breath holds, and then we exhale and turn the face to the left. Stay here, inhale. And exhale, face to the right. One more here, inhale. And turn your face to the left. What I was saying earlier about our facial muscles is not the stress in the face, exhale and release. We're going to kind of have to uncork the hips a little, right? We have to lay into the left thigh more. And then we turn toward the back of our mat, to the left and back of our mat. And then we get in there, into the psoas, the iliacus, along the left waist muscles. And breathe. We're just kind of scratching the surface of these side bodies today. 3 more deep breaths. As that right knee's upward, you're creating this kind of bind of the fascia on the right in order to stretch the fascia more on the left. 2. Turning, twisting into the lower back. 1 more long, deep breath. And then the same thing, we're going to come out and we'll come down and onto your elbows so that it's a slow, not a fast or hard impact on the body. Readjust your hips. And as the chest is upward, we'll raise both legs and then lower and lift. So lift the chest, lift the face, and just hope to see your toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Sternum is up. You're feeling those lower muscles of the belly, those obliques, those rectus muscles, all the way up from the lower ribs to the pelvis. 2 and 1. Exhale and lower both feet on the floor. Uncork your arms out from underneath you and lower down. You're in bridge pose. So as we're here in bridge pose, we're going to have our feet right now parallel and a little bit apart, about 6 to 8 inches. And then inhale, first just lift the hips here, hang. And now we're going to dip a left hip down, but keep the right hip up. So dip the left hip down and up, and then the right. Really try to keep that leg and hip that are staying up. Try to keep them up, up, up. And switch. 10. Move your breathing. It's okay if your knees kind of flail out to the side a little bit. It's all right. 7. Chin out of your chest. Arms are pushing down. The chest is up. Your rhomboids are hugging the back of your heart. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And release. Everything comes down. Both feet come up and off the floor and roll out your sacrum. 5 in one direction, 5 in the other. When the knees come inward, really let the low back be on the floor. When your knees move outward, let the low back come off the floor. Despite what we hear, like in other classes maybe, where they say, keep your low back on the floor. No, you have to, if your legs are moving in a certain direction, your lumbar spine knows what to do. Your whole spine does. Switching directions now if you haven't already. We have to trust the organic rhythm of the body. 2 more. Massaging those upper buttocks, lower buttocks. Good, and then release both feet down and onto the ground. This time the feet are going to stay together, come together, knees are together, arms are together. So your big toes are touching, inner heels are touching the best you can. Inhale, walk, lift the hips up, walk the fingertips down just a little bit, and then inhale, passively pull the knees apart and actively squeeze them together. 10, 9, 8, really squeeze. Imagine you have one of those thigh masters between your inner thighs. For those of us that remember those, inhale, pull it apart and squeeze together. Otherwise, imagine that there's a really big ball between your knees and you're trying to deflate it and squeeze it. 5. Keep the hips up. I know they're getting a little heavy, a little weighted. 3, 2, 1. Exhale and release. Everything comes down. Right knee comes into the chest. Hug and hold it. Pull your chin up and into the right knee. Hold it. Exhale, release just the head and straighten your right leg and hold it. Hold here, breathing long from heel to sitting bone. 3, 2, 1. Bow up and into it for 3. Core's on. 2. Hollow out your armpits. Really squeeze in, in. Exhale just one time in trajectory. So we take the right leg down and pull the arms far, far apart. Just like you're trying to pull your right heel, right toes out of your fingers and saying, left knee in, hold it. Feels good, right? That right leg, that right side's like, woo, and bow into it. Keep the knee in, but lower the head down. Straighten the left leg, hold it. Feel that stretch from heel to sitting bone. Right leg can just be relaxed and hanging. Bow in, hold it, hug your armpits into your body, really suck them in. Pull the chin up, the neck is long, front and back of the neck. Wow, that's crazy. How's that happen? Alignment happens. And then in trajectory, we're shooting into the direction of our life. Pull that left leg down and out, the arms back, the arms back, the arms back, and release everything. Bring your arms down by your sides in a comfortable position for Shavasana. Tuck your shoulder blades underneath you, maybe wobble the knees. Take in a deep inhalation and hold your breath. On the exhale, rear your head back and howl at this full moon. Release the jaw, release your head, and trust. Trust that your beings are coming. Close your eyes, let it all go. There's nothing to fear or even yearn for here. Just the matakwiyasana, and so it is. In all my relations. It's a Native American term, matakwiyasana. In all my relations. Let your body breathe without much effort coming from your mind. Let your muscles relax because your mind is not involved. You just are among all of your relations. Breathe in and hold your breath. Exhale with a sigh. And bend your left knee and fold your body to your right, letting your forehead again, third eye, come to rest on the floor. So that means just turn your face all the way down into the ground. See the light in that darkness. Peel yourself up whenever you're ready. Find your seat, the eyes closed. Find your posture, the one where your spirit knows. To being so alive in our spirit, we can still howl at the moon. And it doesn't have to be a full moon to howl or to call these beings in. But to be animal-esque is really freeing and connecting. So thank you for joining me to howl and to be one with my people and all those other beings I don't even know about. Namaste.
Say.
Thank you all. Happy
Beautiful.
full moon.
Oh.
Good.